Well, there we are. We've made it through Unit 1, the first unit of our Hunger Studies course. We know we've covered a lot of material. It can be quite daunting at first, a lot of details, a lot of what can be maybe sometimes contradictory information perhaps that may not be perfectly clear, and that's perfectly normal. We're simply trying to introduce the issue to begin with. We will have an opportunity in this course to get into much more detail on various concepts and various solutions in particular as to what we in the international community do to address many of these particular needs. What we're trying to do, what we did try to do now in our first course was simply go over some of these concepts so that we're all starting from the same basis of the same information, and then we will carry on from there.
Yes, and we encourage you all to continually go and engage on the discussion board. One of the things we would like for you to do as you're wrapping up this unit is to go back and reread and redefine what you think hunger is. I feel like we've painted you a fairly broad picture of the concept. We've shown you how hunger is different both globally and domestically. We've shown you how hunger is defined very, very differently depending on where you are in the world and who you are. And we'd like for you to take the opportunity to go back and reassess what you thought hunger was. Throughout this semester, we're going to come back to that idea because we want this to be a refining process for you. So we encourage you again to talk with each other and to engage with us on the discussion board. And we'd also like to show you a few tools right now that the World Food Program uses and why and how we're getting some of the nutrients and the vitamins that we need in our food, and how the World Food Program is feeding people in countries like Bangladesh.
A prop that I'm very, very prone to use quite a bit in my teaching is Raisin Bran, Kellogg's Raisin Bran. We all know your basic normal breakfast cereal, and as we were talking about the micronutrient issue and the fact that you need the various vitamins and minerals to grow big and strong and be a student as you all are now. Many of you may not have noticed when you're having your breakfast cereal that those same micronutrients and vitamins are all right there on the side of the box. And in this case, there's a ministry of government, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, that mandates that these food processing companies will all make sure that this level of these micronutrients are contained in the food which you have. And this is, again, what doesn't happen in so many parts of the world, where the institutions don't exist, the legislation may not exist, and there's no way of verifying that these micronutrients will be in the food which the young children eat. And it's contained in the U.S. in breakfast cereal, in milk, in bread, and it's the same in most first world countries around the world. This is how governments assure that children receive the nutrition that they require. And you'll be hearing much more about this as we get further into the course. There's an example of a school feeding cup, or a portion that we use in a country, in this case Uganda, 25 cents to provide this type of nutrition. Again, not what's in the calories as much, but this level of vitamins and micronutrients that can be in the porridge in this case, which is served at the school. It's only 25 cents. It's the same idea, and it very much accomplishes the same objective. This is what we will be getting more in detail about as we progress in this course, is how we can fix these situations at very, very minimal cost if we target the right people at the right time.
And I think one of the biggest things Doug and I or Professor Coutts and I would like to accomplish in this course is to get you to a place where you probably are feeling very overwhelmed right now, but we want to get you to a place where you feel very empowered to begin using your skills and your knowledge base to solve these issues of world hunger. Yep. Because it just takes one person being committed to it to start a groundswell, to start a movement. And your idea might be the idea that helps organizations like the World Food Program take what they're doing and the resources that they have to the next level and to the next I guess, movement of feeding people.
Indeed, indeed, that's what we're all about. So thank you. Hope you've enjoyed the first unit. Stay tuned. There's more to come.
Yes.